Hey everyone, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Inno Gravity Ski and Snowboard Carrier on our 2021 Kia Forte. These that we're showing you here accommodate up to 3 fat skis or 2 boards, but we do have an option that supports up to 6 fat skis or 4 boards. Additionally, they can double as fishing rod carriers in the warmer weather seasons as well. Just going to be a great way to get skis and snowboards to where you need them to go. In the event that you do have a smaller car like the Forte, you don't have room in the trunk, you probably don't want to keep snowy, wet skis and snowboards in your vehicle. These are a great way to get them where you need them. Opening them up is pretty straightforward. There are buttons on either side that you can push with your palms if you need to. They're a little bit tucked in there compared to some other ones that we've tested, but they still open up pretty easily. Inside, you can see that there is a rubberized molding on the top and the bottom that's going to keep your skis cushioned, but also keep them from sliding back and forth. As you can see, when it comes down, there's a couple of different auditory sounds that you hear. So that's the first one, that's the second. Even if it is at the top, it's still going to be secure and it's not going to let your skis go anywhere. Just in the event that you have some fatter skis, it'll still work for that. Additionally, you can see that there is a lock core on the end of each set of the carrier, which will secure the gear to the actual carrier. And you can see this memory mount here as well. Once you close this and it comes down, these flaps on either side block the actual mount. So once you secure the lock cores on the carrier, you're also securing the carrier to the crossbars. We'll get the skis out of the way, and then I'll get into a little bit more details about the carrier itself. Before I close this one down, now that we have our skis out of the way, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the memory mount clamp. This is one of the best features about this rack. So, installation of the rack is tool-free, and once you set the tension of the actual clamps, you never have to set it again. So you close this up, and it gets tight and the clamps are secure. And again, it works with the locking system, which is a cool feature to have. As you can see, the look of the carriers isn't the most low profile that we've seen. If we take the measurement from the top of the crossbar to the top of the actual carriers themselves, it comes in at about 6.5 inches, which out of the rack or the carriers that we've tested so far does come in at the tallest. From the top of the crossbar to where your skis are going to sit, it's about 4 3/4 inches, so that's going to be important to keep in mind as far as how much room you're going to have for your bindings before they make contact with the roof of your vehicle. A benefit of having a carrier that can only hold 3 sets of skis is that it's pretty condensed, and we do have a ton of room on our crossbars here. So we are working with 48-inch crossbars in our case, and from the carrier to the end, we still have about 30 inches of usable space. So there's a ton of room in the event that we want to load up some other accessories on our crossbars here as well. Overall, I think for the value, the Inno Gravity is a solid option. The fact that it only holds 3 skis is a little disappointing because most of the others at this price point do hold 4, including the Rhino Rack Ski and Snowboard Carrier, if that's something you want to look into as well. But as far as the Inno Gravity goes, you can't really compare anything as far as the memory mount system goes to any of the other carriers that we've tested. It's really nice. I love that it works with the locking system, and it works with most crossbars. As you can see, we have the round ones here. It'll work even better with arrow or elliptical crossbars as well. And I think overall it's a really solid fit on our 2021 Kia Forte.